Mr. Bwalia. What is your reading of the latest court developments and what the family had to do to make sure that this body wasn't repatriated under the auspices of the authorities' actions? What's your take on what's going on?
Excuse me. The happenings around the body of the late president has divided the nation very, very seriously. And it is unfortunate that almost a year to the death of the late president, we are still discussing the burial of His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa. What has happened really is most unfortunate, but it demonstrates, amongst other things, that we have a leadership in Zambia under the UPND government led by Hakainde Hichilema that is not willing to listen, that is not willing to even abide by court orders. What my understanding is that although they're trying to rely on a judgment given last year by the South African High Court in Pretoria, that High Court order had specific issues that needed to be fulfilled in terms of the execution, even if the body had to be moved. Anybody who understands the law, and if you've practiced law, you will understand that the judge or the court does not execute court judgments. The execution of a court judgment is done through the office of the sheriff, and the police are there to be witnesses. And I think there was a specific direction in the order granted that the Zambian government must, one, ensure that the family is represented by the ADC, who was the gentleman who was looking after Mr. Lungu like a bodyguard. He had to be present. That was a condition precedent for any movement or touching of the body. Second, they had to go and report to the sheriff of South Africa, who then had to execute that order. These two did not happen. I am appalled that we have an attorney general who, unfortunately, at this stage, I must declare, though he was my classmate, Mulilo Kabesha, can go into a foreign country and insist on a kind of Maduro, forgive the expression, on a corpse. This is not how we as a civilized country must live. It is annoying, it is disturbing, and it is just beyond words. I want to say that the Zambians are divided as to how to react to the behavior of this particular government. And this is now going to lead into a lot of debate, because being a Christian country, we as Zambians naturally know and understand that an African to be buried not only as a president, but as a human being, the family is also to be respected and must be present, even if the order didn't say that, out of courtesy, common courtesy. This government needed to know that at least the widow, the sister, or the daughter who are in South Africa needed to be told that we are now going to execute this court order. All these things were not done. So questions arise, Peter. One, what was the rush? Two, what was the secrecy? Three, why was all the conditions given just abrogated And lastly, this was being done in a foreign country, on foreign soil, in South Africa. This is not Zambia.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
the embassy staff,
I think you've
this
made the
embassy
point quite
staff in
clearly
Zambia,
that
right?
their approach and the way they've handled matters could have been so much better. There is a school of thought that is saying that sometimes, and in law it does exist, where sometimes individual rights can be overcome for the national good. Is there a case here when you talk about a former president that the national interest is greater than the rights of the individual family that he comes from?
Even that was taken into account by the judgment of South African High Court last year in August. The High Court, in its ruling, I think in its judgment,
Hello, Kelvin. Are you still there?